I'm John Rossiter, and you're watching Dragway Memories.
Thanks, John.
Hi everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Dragway Memories. Got lots to show you as usual. We're going to start with some Tri-City action shot by Ross Martin.
Back when there was some stock in Pro Stock.
Correct.
Beautiful Corvette, side pipes and all. Tri-City now closed. Oh! Standard Auto Supply, 69 Camaro. Lemonade looks like the name of the car. Couldn't tell you much more about it. And here we go with Comp Eliminator, the Seaport Automotive injected funny car versus the Bantam altered. Funny car going to get there first. No, can't make that one out, but look at the wide stance. Looks like an unnarrowed rear end and a very wide 2 or 3 point roll bar. Boiling the tires on this AA altered T-bucket. Again, no track prep. Oh, something lets go or he kills it in the lights. Ron Mancini in the Zumo. That car was later crashed at Indy, rolled it up into a ball. That is a real LL23 car. Or was. I like this wagon.
Yeah, me too.
Burkett had something to do with this. Some guy named Burkett. Famous stock eliminator racer. Very unusual wagon. Don't see many of them. Billy the Kid's Hemi Challenger. Had numerous drivers, Stu McDade, Don Carlton, all the Mopar factory drivers. Melvin Yao drove the car. Queen Bee, BO29 car. Lyons, I think his name is Bill Lyons, but I'm not sure. For action at Tri-City, the ex-Wacky Wagon of Lee Smith, still running in C-modified production. That is a factory Hemi wagon, one of two. Still in existence and nicely restored today. Fighting Irish, that could be Tim Beebe or Dick Rosberg. Both of them drove that car. Nice pass there. Fred Hurst, beautiful A-gas. Started as a 70 Hemi Cuda, updated to a 71. Later updated to 72, was sold to Brian Wall. Brian Wall kept it forever in Montreal, Quebec. Rydell Hope and Lang Ralph Hope, the G Gasser, Mr. Crude. Never had as much success with this car. Looked cool and was featured in a magazine, but they felt it was too heavy to actually do well. Killer Cuda. Nice 69 King Cuda, not Killer Cuda. Another BO29 car. Rampage number 3 Corvette. Nice looking rig, candy paint all over.
Absolutely.
There's the, yeah, that one there is gear gemmer and it leaves the stalker in the dust. Stickle and Noltmeyer. Here we go with more funny car action. Fighting Irish. Really putting a hard lap down. The other lane, somebody's smoking some pistons. Dave Canders. Giannino Racing Engines powered Camaro that he bought brand new. Canners later ran in pro stock. Could be the E.L. Williams Henry J.
I believe it is.
Nicely constructed machine.
Something came off there.
Something flew off there big time. Here's Ralph Hope again in the Rydell Hope and Lang Mr. Crude Vega. G. Gasser also. They were never quite happy with that, and they moved on to T-Buckets shortly thereafter this season. Bruce Sizemore in the Preparation H, 6-cylinder car, H, modified production, Ford engineer.
In our continuing modified feature this week, we showcase Alan Marsh. Check it out.
Alan Marsh, here seen with the B-Gas Winners Trophy at the U.S. Nationals. And we've got the Sam Giannino paint job on it still. Alan bought it from Sam Giannino, and here it is with Mammoth Racing colors on it now. You see he's called himself Mojo Marsh, and still with C-Gas, now with B-Gas. Here it is at Place Laurentide, or is it a car show in Montreal. Here is a beautiful Bob Boudreau shot of the Mammoth Racing livery at San Air. And here is the 67/68 Camaro. This Camaro was by Alan, bought it off of Guy Desjardins. This is the original Lance Hill 67 Indy pace car, and still with Mammoth Racing. That means they're still in Quebec. Very, very heavy G modified production. There was weight put in this car everywhere. And here is Alan has now moved to Ontario, and they've formulated with Doug Lips and a few others engineered racing machine and chassis. Further upgrades to the car, still in G modified production. I remember that car at Cayuga. I just jumped out of my car ready to watch the day of racing, and he was in the burnout box and did a dry hop, buzzed it right till the tachometer broke and sidestepped the clutch, and I could feel the ring and pinion bending right where I was standing. It was unbelievable. The next car and the last car in sportsman racing for Alan Marsh. This is a Corvette built by largely Gary Cunningham. It was built from 3 scrapped Corvettes, and it was protested numerous times. One, because it was so light. The factory shipping weight on a 58 Corvette was nowhere near what this car weighed, and also the Formula 5000 Scoop was protested as well. A hard running car way up small block in B modified production, Hemi territory. Here is at the Gator Nationals. Hard launch there, very high RPM, small inch motor, and this car is still alive. It's down near Tilbury somewhere, and it won't be ever seen again. A collector's got it. Here he is, B modified production class eliminations against Larry Kopp, and you can see he's got a solid fender on him for the win in B modified production. After this, Alan went pro stock drag racing.
Here's some footage from 1963 from St. Thomas in Cayuga, courtesy of the Lane family.
Here we are at St. Thomas, the Lane family getting out in front of that Chevelle. Looks like he's going to make it stick as they traverse the 1320 here at St. Thomas Dragway. And there's the nice staging lane footage.
Track pretty much looks the same today.
Well, the same configuration.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of new buildings and stuff where there's just grass before, but you get the idea.
Push start. There was no self-starters and dragsters back then.
No.
And if you got a Cadillac to push start, you're that much cooler.
Yeah, they like those big things because of the high levels of torque. They could actually push these things with the clutches out and help them fire them up.
And a smoky run. into oblivion there.
Yeah, dragster's always hard to make out with this kind of footage. Here's
That car
comes
is
sedan
called the
delivery
Frog. I know that from my photo collection. Can't really read it here.
up against a
We
Buick.
apologize for the quality once again, but you take what you get, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's like this. But if you were there then, you might rekindle your memory.
Yeah,
I think I see Rick Proctor over there behind that tree.
yeah. Proctor's probably building something there.
Rimniak's there somewhere too, I'm
Oh,
sure.
he'll be there as well. Yeah.
Yeah. The usual suspects.
So we got a Studebaker. Looks like a Lark up,
Yeah.
ready to go there. In behind
Always
there, the
pull for the little guys.
62 Chevy Impala.
That's why I have a Rambler. Not really why, but I do.
56 Chevy custom jobby up against one of the lanes. Lane's making short work of that deal.
That's called Gap. That's more than a
He's,
school bus there.
Yeah, that's more than a school bus. That's a train length.
That's a train length for sure. No
There
track
you go.
prep, no
No.
real tires to speak of.
No.
Recaps was about what you would get. And it was a lot of riding the clutch and hoping for the best.
Definitely a driver's game back then. If you were able to, just like the Street Outlaws of today, you got to read the track. There's Bob Riggle, 1965.
Doing his wheelie thing. That looks like the Diamond T over
Diamond
there.
T in the other lane.
Mark Rogerson can tell you about that.
Yeah.
Got to get Mark in here one day and help us with this stuff. Mark, I've asked you before. This time we're going to do it, dude. The Frog coming off the line again against
Frog is one of the Lane brothers. Lane
Lane's-
cousins, I should say.
They got it figured.
Yeah, they've got it going on.
Yeah. And then they use these cars to tow their 55s back. which
Yeah,
was
they
cool.
didn't get rid of them when they upped
No.
their drag racing ante. They used those cars as tow cars.
Absolutely.
A lot of torque, why not? Flat towing, of course.
Yeah.
Dragster
it's
action.
unfortunate this isn't clear, but really cool dragster action at St. Thomas. St. Thomas built in 1962.
1962, first year of operation.
The first purpose-built drag strip ever. Is that true? In Canada, for
In
sure.
Canada, first purpose built. All the others were recovered aircraft landing strips.
Bob and Helen Harvey ran it a number of years, and then Fletcher's took over, and a few other people in between, and Mr. Mathers was in there helping out too, and still runs today. The Sprite family have it, and good things. I've been hearing good things,
Good
Bill.
things, definitely.
Lots of good things about
Can't
St.
wait to
Thomas
get up
this
there.
year.
Yep.
Yeah, Bill's been asked to be the guest announcer down there for the Superstock Wars, and
Yeah,
he's going to
that's
get
gonna
a
be
good
exciting.
eyeball. Maybe they changed the window on the tower. You can see now.
The way, yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping.
Never mind. It was like looking through frosted glass, honestly. It's a good thing I can see what a Camaro looks
Yeah,
like.
we
through
know
that.
what a Camaro is.
There's an old...
Look at that old B
oh
altered,
my god, look at that roll bar.
home brewed.
That is
Machine.
insane. Another overview. Cars going down the track at St. Thomas. Now there's something
There
rare.
you go. The Northern Charger, complete with the tin scoops on the hood.
Plumbing supply.
Yeah, and quite likely that's John Petrie. The Northern Charger, that was his second, a lot more serious event than the Northern Light, which was his first entry in drag racing. Nice rod there.
Very cool looking machine. I got shots of that in the pits. It was driven in. Sport Fury there.
Yeah, up against the 62.
That could possibly be Ross Martin. He had a Sport Fury back then, before he started shooting
yeah, he
his
had a
film.
59. And there won the Lane boy. They really had it together with these cars. They were gapping just about everybody they lined up against.
I'll say. And you had to be legal back then. You can't.
Oh
you couldn't
yeah,
do anything.
right down to the glove box. They
Yes.
checked it all. The red and white interior, that's got to be worth
Sleepwalker.
a few bucks today. Hopefully it survives. 8mm footage, and like we say, we take anything we got. If you've got something, we want it.
Willie Troutman in the Wild Willie.
Wild Willie, kind of a lavender pinky purple.
38 to 39, Willis. The biker could possibly be Ken McIvey on his Harley Davidson. He did very well, but he's getting all he can handle from this Chevy. The Lane brothers, or cousins. It's easy to say brothers, I guess.
There we got our 55 from Sarnia.
It's having
He's
some woes.
just having a lot of trouble getting out of the gate there.
There's a flagman there, so this is pre-63, 63 or earlier.
Yeah, we've got some 63 model cars here. There's Nick Minialoff and his 31 Chevy. Beautiful machine.
Absolutely. All this stuff was nice. Well, that's all for this week on Dragway Memories. Hope you liked what you saw. If you did, please hit that subscribe button. And remember, hook hard, go straight, don't be late, and may your God bless you. See you next week, folks.